You're listening to Curious Cat, the podcast that examines the shadowy space where science and the supernatural collide. I'm your host, Jennifer Holtz. Join me every week as I explore what it means to be a soul in a meat suit. Welcome to Curious Cat. I know you probably thought you were tripping when you saw spiritual SOS again in your feed, but they threw it at me during coffee. I was just about to go outside and run, and the spirits had other things to do with me in my morning, and they got me behind the microphone where I am delighted to be right now. Next week, I am diving in with 2 feet with a dear friend of mine, Jesse, into the realm of AI. I am keenly aware that even saying artificial intelligence causes people anxiety and fear. This is what my guides told me. Looking away won't help. It enables. We have to lean into the fear until we fall into the knowing. That's what they told me this morning. They said I had to record that, and if nothing else, that would be fine. You see, we are in a changing world right now, and we, the people, every single ear and mind this is touching, we are the people that the world most wants to hear from, to connect with, to be the change that we actually are dreaming of. That's in our hands. And looking away and denying that AI is pervasive is not going to help. I'm not saying this to make you click open and listen to next week's episode. But what I do know from the guides is you're the ears that it needs to land on most. Fear is not going to help you. Denial, ostrich digging your head into a hole is not going to help the situation. In fact, I hope to heck, if anything, we did, and we weren't even going to record this. We just talked about we're going to break news sometimes and it's going to be spontaneous. And then I was reading about this thing called Moltbook, which is like Facebook for AI agents. And I was texting with Jesse and he goes, we need to get on the microphone. Don't tell me any more about it. We need to hit record. And we did. And that was what kicked off our little mini series. But what I'm finding and what the feedback is that I'm getting is that we're taking a subject that feels laden with fear and anxiety, like this looming dark cloud, and we're transmuting it into an effing rainbow. I'm not going to cuss on this one because we cuss enough on that one. We're transmuting it into a rainbow. We're talking about it in the open. We're both creatives. We both have people all over our spheres that are afraid of losing their jobs, their livelihood, being obsolete, worried about the environment. And we're talking about it head on, friend to friend, over coffee, and we're finding ways to laugh about it and realize this thing isn't what they're saying it is. Did you hear that static? Wow. This is why I had to get on the horn and talk to you today. It's really important. This is spiritual warfare. That's what this is. It's us versus whatever this campaign is to get us all hypnotized by our phones and our screens and not connected to all the things that matter. To the people, the physical people in our lives, the earth, the land around us, our community, being engaged with actual human beings, animals, plants, the sky above, and our own innate power. Do you remember I've talked about it in the past a lot? I'm sorry. not sorry, but we are divine. This human vessel, this ensouled vessel that we call a body, it is a very special battery. The top of our head, the bottom of our feet, we connect when we choose to clear out the other crap. We connect to the celestial and the earthly. We are a power pack that can make anything happen. We can manifest anything. And times that by 2 people, by 3 people, by 10 people, and we can make real change happen. A friend of Jesse's in another country, I believe another country, I'll have to ask Jessie, she would call the AI bots clankers. And she said that to him, effing clankers. And that's what we asked her permission to add it into our intro music. I actually love it so much. It's almost like a banishment of what they want AI to be. They keep pouring money into advertising it everywhere. You can't watch a YouTube video without like 3 different AI iterations popping up as ads. It's being pushed on us because we're not swallowing it. I remember during 2020 and soon after when Meta was going after the metaverse. They thought everybody would love to tour the world with their VR headsets, save all that money and just do it behind some goggles. People abjectly rejected it, and they've closed down that part of Meta. What they've opened up tells you everything. Where they poured their money tells you everything of what they want us to do next, which is all their money is going into AI chatbots. They want us to fall in love, to befriend AI chatbots, and become more interested in being behind a screen and talking to a computer than to one another. No. The antithesis to this is hugging yourself. Right now, give yourself a big hug, like sometimes we do at the end of a yoga class. Hug a cat or dog. Hug a friend. Go out and hug a tree if you're able. Put your feet, your bare feet, in some grass, on some dirt right now. That's the antithesis. They don't want us to know what our power is, and that I don't know who the they is. What I'm finding interesting is that just in the last 2 days, Jessie and I have been making connections that are going deep into this agenda behind AI. And it's not just money. It's not just making us kind of mental zombies, right? Our brains are connected to their subscriber business model. It's more than that. And it's taking us down an interesting road. So I'm going to repeat what my guides told me this morning, and I'm going to give you a little bit more depth on this. And I also want to thank Archangel Michael for divinely protecting every single person that is listening right now. Their homes, their animals, their cars, their communities. He is protecting us right now, and he is this intermediary between this technology and us as human beings. So this is what the guides gave me. Today is a one day. It's a fresh start. We're getting to the source code for this AI agenda. Holy crap. We're having Skeptical Shaman's Rachel White. She's said to come on the show on Thursday. Jessie reminded me during the text thread about that, about the gifted programs of the 70s and the 80s. And that's when I recalled Nicole Bigley. She's a psychic story. She's the host of Psychic Story. She had a guest on who I wanted to have on the show. And I just reached out to her on Instagram. I swear that program relates to this push for AI right now. What's clear? Jesse and I are getting into the roots of this thing. You know how you're gardening and you're pulling out a weed, and if you just pull the top of the weed, it's going to come back. We're getting into that big taproot and all the little roots. From feeding loosh to ancient dark entities to hypnotic states that are induced by these big blue light screens and these chatbots, to those gate programs which identified gifted children. And maybe we will help to reveal those intentions. We are like investigative journalists right now. And this was the line that stunned me. My guide said, "Looking away won't help. It enables. We need to lean into that fear until we fall into the knowing." Isn't that incredible? I'm glad you're open to listening to my spiritual SOSs. I hope that you know everything I make and offer is out of love, and that includes this special mini-series about AI. We are adding links to every show note that are empowering. They connect you to groups that are pushing back. They're thinking of humanity and they're pushing that right now in this time. We always offer ways. I always usually ask Jesse, help me feel better. And sometimes he doesn't, and I have to help us feel better. But we do not wrap up conversations without coming back to how special it is to be these human beings, especially right now. You are so necessary in the world. You are precious. You are loved. Until next week, please stay curious. Stay in awe of your human vessel. I love you.